Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
That's what happens.
Welcome to
Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP Chats, live with Chris and Gini. This guy's Chris, that girl's Gini, and we are with Federal Entry Centers and Wednesday night OWCP Chats. She's coughing a lot. It's not COVID.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, welcome to the show.
Okay. I'm just waiting. I feel like we're so close. Alrighty, Spideys. Don't forget. We have our new share winner.
Actually, let's restart the show. We did that so badly.
Okay.
Nah, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP Chats with Gini and Chris.
This guy. Oh, God.
All right.
We just lost followers.
So I've asked several times to help me get to 10,000 followers. And in the last week, I have to say thank you because I've had over 189, which is awesome and fantastic.
New followers, which we really appreciate.
Yeah. So those of you that don't know who we are, I'm Jeannie, my husband Chris, and we educate federal employees nationwide on federal work comp. So I know a couple weeks ago, or maybe whenever, we had somebody that was talking to us about state work comp stuff. So this is not state workers comp. This is federal work comp.
Right.
So we will announce last month, February's share winner, and then we're going to start all over again. And we haven't picked a prizes yet, but we will let you know probably next week.
But for February, the share winner gets a gift card to the restaurant of their choice.
Yes. So, also, those of you that want Chris's book, you go to www.
Remember, we have more W's than everybody else.
BreakingOWCP.com. You're so stupid. I can't help it.
So she always thinks that that's funny, and so I keep saying it. It like totally shuts us down. That we have more W's. We all obviously do. We do. OWCP, that's a W. So, but you can get this book, Breaking OWCP. You can see it's 2 volumes.
They're $14.95 with free shipping.
But if you get them both, it's $22 even with free shipping. And the purpose of the book is to teach you about OWCP so that when you need it, you already have the information. Like I always say, if you wait till you need it, it's probably too late because now your supervisor is already plotting against you. So what we want to do is make it to where that can't happen, to where you can come out on top.
Yeah. Let's see. Renee Marie, first time watcher here. Welcome. Ron Jackson, Tanyelle, Jerry.
Ron, Tanyelle, Jerry. Biggest fans.
Jeremy, Renee Marie, Jerry again said she shared. Tanyelle, maybe you guys should research state as well. We actually don't want to do state. It's way too hard.
So it's not too hard. So see the map behind us. I'm from Texas, okay? We live in Florida now, but I'm from Texas, and I used to do state workers' comp in Texas, and then they changed it, and they made it horrible for the workers. If you get hurt in Texas, it's over, okay? The system's so bad. But it's a different system that's bad in every state, and they're all different systems, so there's 50 different systems. I'm a smart guy, but I'm not ready to learn 50 different workers' comp systems, but federal workers' comp is the same in all the states. I only had to learn this one, and so I can teach this to you.
Yeah, I have shared with all my friends at the post office. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, appreciate it, Ron.
Portal Maria, hello. Kelly's a new subscriber.
Hey, Kelly.
Actually, follower.
Yeah.
So,
everybody hit the follow button. We really appreciate it. There's almost 3 million federal employees and only over 7,000 followers. I think we can do better, so we'd really appreciate some help getting more followers so we can share this and help more people. That's the whole point.
Michelle Piper, first timer.
Hey, welcome.
Hello. Okay, so again, if you want the book, go to www.breakingowcp.com. You can get one or you can get both. One book is $14.95. 2 books are
$22.
And we ship them out the next day. So if any of you order tonight. You'll get it. We'll ship them out tomorrow. Oh, and another thing on the books. A lot of you have been texting and messaging our case managers asking, where's my book? So those of you that work in the post office,
You know the answer already.
the book is en route. It's coming. I don't know why it takes almost 3 weeks sometimes.
Well, there was a whole like ice storm and half the country was
Yeah.
frozen, so that slowed things down. And plus, the Postal Service is just busy in general. But just rest assured, I only use USPS, and sometimes there's a delay, but usually they get there on time. If yours is delayed, just know there's not a single book that's ever been ordered that hasn't been shipped.
Yeah.
They're all gone. So they'll definitely get there. But if you want tracking information, just send us a message, and I'll be happy to give it to you.
It's a lot of work.
But I'm happy to do it. You're
See,
worth it.
Danielle said to the new timers, welcome to the first timers. You all are going to learn a lot.
Yeah, so Danielle's a powerhouse. She's been with us for a long time. She's learned this information, and she'll be a big help to you in Alabama, too.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pin our phone number and our
Website?
for the book. In the meantime, those of you that don't have the book and those of you that don't know anything about OWCP, this is the place to come to. We've
You
been
came to
doing
the right
this
place.
now almost 5 years, and in 5 years we only have 7,100 followers. You need to be at 10,000 and then 15 and then 20,000.
So when I wake up tomorrow, it needs to be 10,000. So that just means that 3,000 more of you need to do that. And more than 10,000 people a week watch this, so that should be easy. So if you're one of them, just please hit the follow button. We really appreciate it. And also share it to your news feed so you can share it with the rest of your coworkers who need the help too and don't know this is happening yet.
Yeah, so those of you that are actually watching right now, because we see the number at 61, if 61 people share, you're going to save a lot of federal co-workers, friends, and family that are in the medical field, in the federal world. You're going to save a lot of them by sharing the video and letting them see how we can help them. And it's all free.
Yeah.
And at the end of the video, please swipe your debit card on your cell phone.
Oh, brother. For those of you watching that are gullible, that's not a real thing. Don't do it.
So tonight we're going to be discussing your denied claims and a CA2A. We're going to, because we've had a lot of questions and concerns. You know, what happens, because I got my claim denied 3 times. What happens? What happens? And please remember that you don't have to give up if you got a denied claim. You could get a denied claim 13 times that you shouldn't give up because we can help you.
14 even.
Yeah.
And sometimes 15.
Maybe 20?
You can. You can. Just don't give up.
So with that said, I'm going to have Chris go ahead and start. We're going to start with the CA2A.
Oh.
And then we're going to go into denied claims, as I'm going to share because a lot of you are going to miss. So again, share for this month's share winner. And
Meaning March.
Yeah, for March. And then halfway, I'm going to announce the share winner. I haven't seen the person jump on yet. So when I see them.
I don't even know who the share winner is. I can't wait to find out. So hopefully they come on. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the CA2A. In a minute, we're going to talk about denied claims, how to avoid them, how to fix them. But the CA2A is a big deal because a lot of supervisors are telling you to fill it out. You already had an injury in the past, and they're saying, well, you have a recurrence. That's a CA2A, notice of recurrence. So that's what you have to do. The problem is that many of you, like letter carriers, postal employees in general, have really hard jobs. You're lifting heavy packages, doing all kinds of heavy activities, and it's possible that it's a new injury. So what I want you to do is when your supervisor says fill out a CA2A, don't. Go to your doctor first and tell your doctor what happened. Have the doctor do an evaluation and decide if it's a recurrence or if it's new. If it's new, you fill out a new CA1 or CA2 depending on how the injury happened. If the doctor says, yeah, that's a recurrence of the old one, then great, do a 2A. But don't immediately just fill the 2A out because that could be a death sentence to your claim. CA2As are denied probably 60% of the time, even with great medical evidence. So what we don't want to do is just come out of the gate with a 60% chance of denial when you have a new claim and we have like a 95% chance of approval on a new claim. So your odds of approvals are better if it's a new claim. In any case, it is what it is. If the doctor says it's a recurrence, then it is, and we do what we got to do to make that happen. But don't just automatically assume that you need a CA2A filled out for recurrence because you're not a doctor and your supervisor is definitely not a doctor. And so nobody can say this is definitely a recurrence. The example I always give is I have, in both of my knees, I have screws reconstructing both of my anterior cruciate ligaments, one in each knee. because you only have one ACL in each knee. Well, if today I stepped out of my vehicle and felt a pop in my knee, I wouldn't know if it was the ACL or the PCL. How would I know? Because, this is what I do know. Let me set this down. This is a little boring, but look, the ACL and PCL cross in the middle of your knee. So how do I know which one of them tore without having some imaging done, without a doctor looking at it, running some tests on me? So I wouldn't assume that I have another ACL tear. And even if I did, it might be a new injury, even though it's to the same ligament. So don't just assume it's a 2A. It gets complicated. The best thing you can do is go to the doctor first and decide what it is using your doctor's medical expertise.
And what we're talking about right now, currently, is CA2As. We've had a lot of people question about what it is and when they have to file it.
And this week we had people calling us telling us that their supervisor said they have to fill out a CA2A. You don't have to fill out any forms, ever. What you do have to do is you have to fill out the correct form. And the way to fill out the correct form is to get medical advice from a medical professional. So don't just assume it's a recurrence, because it might not be. It may be, but it might not be. Right?
Keep on going.
All right, so that's all on recurrence on the CA2A. If you have questions, go ahead and bring them and I'll answer them. But the main thing I wanted to get to tonight is denials. Deny claims, how to avoid them, how to fight them.
Hold your questions for just a sec.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good one. A lot of this is going to be putting it back on you, but I'm going to tell you how to fix the problems yourself, and you're going to love that. So here's the issue. Nationwide, if you take all federal employees, about 1 out of 13 federal employees has an accepted claim. Now, if that sounds bad, it's because it is. If you break it down to just people who are injured. So before COVID hit, Gini and I were going to conventions for unions, all different unions. We spent, one time, we spent 8 hours teaching at an AFGE event in Alabama. We've spent hours teaching groups of 100, 200 people from, rural carriers, city carriers, clerks, mail handlers. We've been all over, okay, to different parts of the country. And every time I was there in that room full of 100 plus people, whatever it was, I would always ask, just a show of hands, what percentage of your coworkers do you think are hurt?
Yep.
And every single time, the room, not me, the room would settle on about half. They would say, about half of us are hurt, have some work-related condition. So that's not me reporting it, that's you reporting it. That's you saying about half. Now, so many people said 70%, 80%, everybody, but we would settle on half because it's a safe number. Well, if it's half, that means that 7 out of 13, roughly 6 out of 13, have an injury. Well, here's what we know, is that just one of them has an accepted claim. So that means 1 out of 7 injured people has an accepted claim. Now, I know I'm throwing around a bunch of statistics, but just remember that. 1 out of 7 is accepted, 6 out of 7 is not. And that's terrible. And that happens for a couple of reasons. One, it happens because people don't report their injuries. They don't know what to do, so they do nothing. It also happens because they're scared to report, which is not reporting. But it happens because they get their claim denied after reporting. Now, at Federal Injury Centers, which is who we are, we're with Federal Injury Centers, we get about 90 to 95% of claims approved. Okay, the other 5 or 10% are in process. They're getting approved. Because our motto is no more denied claims. We know that we can get all timely filed legitimate claims approved. Timely filed means 3 years, not 3 days, not 30 days, not 3 weeks. You have 3 years to file your claim. And legitimate means it actually happened at work. So all legitimate, timely filed claims should be approved. And that's our goal. That's what we do. But that's not what's happening to you if you don't get to a Federal Injury Center's office. So tonight we're going to talk about what do you do about it. If you're in that 6 out of 7 that don't have an accepted claim, what do you do? Because you don't give up. The first thing I'll tell you is never give up, ever. If you don't give up, I never will. I've helped people that had injury claims that were 8 years old. They didn't give up. So I didn't give up, and they eventually won and got their claim approved. And got all their benefits, all their money, all their time. This guy lost his job and got his job back. And plus all the time that he was out. It was like he took a vacation. So don't give up. But what I want you to do is be in that group of people that has an accepted claim. If you can't make it to a Federal Injury Center's office, and we'll talk about those in a minute, then you got to sort of fight for yourself. And so I'm going to tell you what to do about it. If you find yourself someplace that's not Federal Injury Centers. So the number one way to avoid a denied claim is to report on time and fill your forms out. Don't avoid filling them out, okay? Follow your CA-10, what a federal employee should do when injured at work. It gives you 5 things to do if you're hurt. It says report to your supervisor immediately. It says get a CA-16, choose your own doctor, fill out a CA-1 or CA-2, get your receipt, and decide how you want to get paid. All of that is in the CA-10. Now, you can get a CA-10 and all the other forms at federalinjurycenters.com. There's an OWCP forms tab. The reason we do that is because at OWCP, sometimes the forms won't open. Ours always do. So you can get all your forms at federalinjurycenters.com. But you need to report right away. The other thing that people miss, and it's like they never do this, you don't write employee statements. So what I'm telling you is write a statement. I want you to write what happened. Go to my website, breakingowcp.com, and you're going to find a tab that says free downloads. And I want you to download the form that says employee statement. Because if you write a detailed employee statement of everything that happened, all the circumstances of your injury, and you give that to your doctor can incorporate it into the narrative report and get your claim accepted. Nobody knows better what happened to you than you do, because it was you. It happened to you. So write an employee statement. I can't impress upon you enough how important this is. It just doesn't get done. And I've seen so many times where a person's case would have been approved had they had that form filled out. So the form never existed before I created it, and it's at breakingowcp.com. Go to the free downloads tab and download the free form that says employee statement. You fill that out when you get hurt. Write all the details. Answer the questions in the boxes, and then fill out all the details of what happened and give that to your doctor. And tell your doctor to incorporate it in his or her narrative report. That narrative report is how you get a claim accepted. So fill out your forms with your supervisor and get copies of everything. Fill out the employee statement. Take it to the doctor. If you do nothing else, but you do those things, your odds of getting an accepted claim go way up, because the doctor now has some sense of what happened and has an ability to write about it, and that's what you need to have happen. What we got?
All right. So some of you are saying...
I'm sorry. And we're going to talk about what happens if they're denied in a second, but this is how to avoid the denial.
All right. So some of you saying that you can't share. So what you need to do is, for some reason, you just go share at the bottom, write post, and it goes right into your page. Yeah. Unless you're sharing it to a different Facebook site, copy the link. So
yeah, Facebook made a change, and it's kind of tricky. I was trying to share something earlier, and I was a little confused. So if you are too, join the club.
Diane said, hello, you guys are awesome.
Thanks, Diane. You are too.
Paul Jr. said, I had a supervisor put me in for annual leave, which I never asked for. I have an Achilles injury and have been through a lot of headaches. Why would they take this? Why would they do this, and how do I get this taken care of?
So that happens. You need to look at box 15 of your CA1 form. I'm assuming you tore your Achilles in a single shift, which meant you needed to have filled out a CA1. Box 15 asks you, do you want sick and annual leave or continuation of pay? Now, if you take COP, continuation of pay, and you're in the group that never gets their claim accepted, you run the risk of having to pay that back. That's 45 days of time off you might have to pay back. But here's the good news. Nobody that's ever been a patient at Federal Injury Centers has ever paid back a single hour of COP. So it doesn't happen often, but it's a risk. If you don't select something in that box, they may select it for you. So go look at your CA1. You should have got a copy of it, and see what you selected in box 15. You may well have selected sick and annual leave not knowing any better. It happens. Look, you're not experts in OWCP, I understand, but that may be what happened. But you know what we heard last week? We heard 3 different people who said that they're pretty sure that their signature was forged on the forms. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm saying 3 people said it just last week. So go take a look at your CA1 form, and is it valid? Is it your writing? Did you check a sick and annual leave in box 15? Check it out.
Yeah. Kansas City, the area is the worst. Okay, so folks in Kansas City.
No, it's not the worst.
It's not. We're gonna come there, so don't.
We're gonna help you out, but I've heard of some really bad places here in Florida. There's one. I'm not gonna say it's Spring Hill. That's really, really awful, and a lot of bad things happen to them. Did I say it out loud? Oh, well. Anyways, that was happening.
Kathy Hayes says, "Hi guys."
Hey, Kathy.
Ron said, I'm dealing with this now. They wanted me to fill one out. I said, where's your medical license? LOL, I'm not filling that out. It's
Good.
not a reoccurring injury. It's material worsening if my medical condition from my original injury. Told management to kick rocks, LOL. Even got my medical narrative report from the orthopedic doctor. Language is everything. I love sticking it to them while they try and screw me over. Knowing your rights is everything. You guys help me out a lot. Shout out to Jennifer,
Yeah.
and an attorney Deb Hauser from Dallas, Texas. Thank
good.
you guys. Appreciate you two. Keep fighting the fight.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, and he's exactly right. I mean, you don't lay down and roll over. You just don't let that happen.
Paul says he does have an approved case.
Okay. Yeah.
Altina Rowland, what if someone has a claim that had been denied, let's say about 3 years ago? Now you have a new claim approved that has possibly caused old injury to be acting up or injured again. What do we do?
So the problem with the denial that happened 3 years ago is it sounds like there's a likelihood that you missed your 12-month window for reconsideration. You may have no recourse to go back and appeal that. I'm going to talk about what you do when you have denial, but I'm telling you that your best scenario is that you have 12 months to appeal. And if you miss that 12-month window, you're going to be in trouble. Now, if you have a new injury that has inflamed the old injury, then there's a real good chance you can put them both on the same claim and make a new injury. And so you may have a new injury claim for those two. I think you should give us a call and talk with Jennifer about that and see if we can guide you through it. I'm not going to tell you that for sure you can get it accepted with a new claim, but it's possible.
Yeah. Renee Marie says, what do you do about if management refuses to schedule you within doctor-placed restrictions once you've been denied and are starting an appeal?
So you're denied, you're in appeal, which means your claim's not approved, you're not getting paid through OWCP. The only way you're going to get paid is to take sick and annual leave or to clock in. And so if they won't give you work within those doctor's restrictions, you have to take off. You have to use Family Medical Leave Act, FMLA, fill out the paperwork. Your doctor can do that. Take your sick time, take your annual time, and hope that you get that. I hate hope. Hope's not a strategy that I like. But get your claim approved and then go back and get your time back that you took off. But Family Medical Leave will protect your job for 120 days.
Jill, you said I overshared. There's never any
No
oversharing.
such thing. Your coworkers need it. Thank you, Jill.
Cindy said, I have been to 4 orthos, finally
Wow.
had an MRI, and it confirmed a tear in a rotator cuff. How do you get a doctor to do a correct narrative report? I can't seem to find one that will take the time to write one saying it was caused by the job duties in detail. They know it was caused by the job duties, but it won't take the time to do a DOL once.
Yeah.
I know exactly what day it happened and when, even had a witness. Cindy, let us know where you are from.
Yeah, where are you located? And I'm hoping you fill out a CA1 form and that you know where and when it happened. You have a witness statement in box 16 of that. If you don't, get that done. Get your witness statement. And then if your doctor won't write the narrative report explaining how that injury was work-related, find somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't want to say your doctor's a coward. I just say that doctors that refuse to write reports that are, accurate and helpful, it's kind of cowardly. Find somebody else.
Ron says they forged my signature on a CA2A. That was me last week. I remember that.
Yeah.
We remember that.
Yeah, you were one of 3 people, Ron, that said last week there was a forgery. You can't let that stuff happen to you. I'm sorry it happened to you. I'm sure you're taking care of it.
Joe. Mark says, need you somewhere in West Virginia. We are coming to West Virginia. Don't worry. Not yet.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this map. Yeah. West Virginia is right there. We're going to do some stuff in this area right there. We're doing some stuff there, so Don't worry.
Kelly said knowledge is key. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
It is.
Joe said, good evening. Any doctors in Buffalo yet? Like my doctor, but it's stressful trying to explain OWCP and USPS forms, rules, etc. when I'm not sure about everything myself. Joe, I know. I told you, when we do get a New York office, I'm definitely reaching out to you.
Yeah, we're going to be working in all the boroughs, all upstate, Staten Island. Is that one of the boroughs?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There too.
Kat Blake said, HR has changed dates on my CA2 twice. I
Okay.
hope you guys are talking to your union and filing a grievance on those things.
And you have a right.
Wrong.
Here's my book. So in this book, there's a chapter on rules, laws, and regulations. And it says that you have a right. The Code of Federal Regulations says you have a right to get copies of everything. And so when you first fill stuff out, you get a copy. If your supervisor makes changes later, that's a problem for them, because it also says that anybody that is in the line of filling out and submitting an OWCP claim who puts false information can be fined, imprisoned, or both. It's a crime.
It's in the book.
It's in this book, in the first book. So go ahead and you should get the book. So those of you that don't have it, it's definitely worth it. Those of you that do have it, put some hearts out there so you can tell people it's definitely worth it. The information is just invaluable. I've taken an extremely complicated system and made it easy for all of us to understand. And so you definitely need it. Don't be caught off guard with an injury and your supervisor's doing things like forging signatures, not letting you get COP, telling you can't file your injury, that you missed your timeline. I mean, all these things are reasons claims don't get filed, much less approved.
Yep.
You need to be able to fight back with rules, laws, and regulations, and that's what I'm doing for you in these books.
Julia Mons said, my case is approved thanks to you guys. Had surgery and 3 months later haven't gotten paid.
So not getting paid is a different situation. Your CA7s have to go in and they have to have the correct documentation. Be sure you have a CA20, CA17, copies of your appointments signed by the doctor, and a written narrative by your doctor explaining exactly why you're off of work.
Oh, Cindy, you said yes, but 4 different orthos, 2 doctors from Cleveland Clinic and 2 from Crystal Clinic. I don't know where else to go. Message us, Cindy. Let us try to help you. We'll have Jennifer, Emmy, or Kamini help you on this. And we are coming to Ohio. One of our partners actually lives in Ohio, so we're definitely coming there.
We are in process of talking to 4 doctors in 4 of the major areas of Ohio right now.
She also said, had a torn meniscus repaired. Doctor found some arthritis. When time comes, can I use the same case for partial knee replacement? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, you have to talk to your doctor, and you can use it if it is the same case. But this is scientific. It's whatever that is medically correct is what you do.
Cortina said, I'm waiting on my book. I need help filling out forms. Cortina, go ahead, and I'm going to go in a few minutes, put down our phone number and the website, and then you can call us and we can help you, okay?
Yeah, I don't want you to wait for the book.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long you're going to have to wait for it. So let us help you now. When the book comes, it'll still be helpful.
Madeline said, Staten Island here, we need help.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
We did a great Zoom meeting with the Staten Island letter carriers.
Yeah, were you on that?
And it was really enlightening to me. And the president said, and it really hit me, he said that he was really tired of seeing his carriers go homeless.
Yeah.
And that's what happens too often. Things just tragic happen. And, that's why it's actually that story. It's stories like that gave the subtitle to this book, You're Not Alone. Because people just feel totally alone when they're hurt. But that's why you're sharing, because don't let people be alone. Let them know this is happening. Let's get this information out there before they're thinking about, where am I going to live tomorrow?
Yeah.
You can't let that keep happening.
Tammy said, I've turned my CA2 in on Tuesday. I'm currently off on FMLA due to my injuries caused from bending and stretching, lifting for over 20 years. I was diagnosed with spondylitis and waiting on surgery. My boss was filling it out and said the computer went down, and she red-dotted my papers to prove I gave it to her. When I should expect to hear when should I expect to hear something? And was her red dotting, is that sufficient?
I've never even heard of red dotting. If the computers are down, they have this thing called paper, and they can just fill it out by paper. What you need to do is contact your OWCP district office and ask them if they've received your paperwork, because your supervisor has 10 days from the date you fill it out to send that in to DOL. You need to see that it was submitted so you can get your claim number, which is a 9-digit number. So Google this. Go to Google and search OWCP district offices. And then right at the top of the page is going to be a link to that. And you click on your state and it'll tell you what number to call.
Yeah. Ron, we don't have anything in Pennsylvania yet.
But we are talking to doctors in that state right now.
We are. And Anna, can't wait. I want to come to Ohio. We're going to be coming.
Yeah.
We need an injury center in Georgia. My claim has been denied twice. Okay.
Just talk to somebody south of Atlanta today.
Yeah.
So where are you at, by the way? I'd like to know.
If anybody's having issues currently and we are not in the state that you are in, please reach out. The number is pinned down below. Jennifer just pinned that. Any one of our case management girls will definitely walk you through, at least get you through to trying to get your claim approved. And we're going to try to help you to get you to one of the states that we are in until we have something in all state.
But let me explain this to you, though. Let's say that there are, 20 of you right now in Philadelphia. And you all come on, 20 different ones of you. I'm just picking a number. And say, I'm in Philly, I need somebody. Well, then tomorrow, I get to go back to the doctors I've spoken to in Philadelphia and say, you have 20 people that want to come to you. And that lights a little bit of a fire under them. So let us know where you're at and that you need a doctor in your city. Tell us here, just send a message with your city and state. Because I take that and I'll say, hey, doc, 45 people last night said they need an office in your city. What are you waiting on? And sometimes that's just the little nudge that I need to get them over the line.
Yep.
So help me help you. Anybody ever seen Jerry Maguire?
I didn't.
The Tom Cruise movie? He was a sports agent?
I know who.
They've all seen it. Remember he said, help me help you. Help me help you. There.
You sound like a person on TikTok. All right, Joe, I know where Buffalo is, and I know it's not close to New York
it's
City.
up there. It's up there. It's all the way up there.
Diane, I think she's talking about round dating. Do you know what round dating is on the forms? And she said red dot.
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so we still don't know. We're not in Michigan yet, Renee. Okay.
Oh, we were so close, but then looks like it's falling through.
Teresa, thank you all so much for you do. Jody, I'm in Georgia and drive to Bessemer, Alabama. You got a great doctor there, Dr. Harper.
Yeah, no doubt. So actually, Dr. Harper referred me to the guy that's in southern Atlanta, and so it's a friend of his, in fact. So hopefully I can get him on to help you out in your state.
Diane, we don't have a doctor in Ohio yet. We are talking, but we're not going to give out doctors' names because they need to fill out our
they got to be trained.
Agreement and train. It'll take about 60 to 90 days.
You can't just go to any random doctor that's never been trained because they're just going to kill your case, and they all know it. I tell them, if somebody comes to you today, you're going to hurt them because you don't know what you're doing. So just tap the brakes a little. I need them to not hurt you when you get there. I need them to do a great job, and I have to train them first.
Avon, Connecticut. Okay. Prakash, you said left and right shoulders are two different schedule awards or one?
Two.
Okay. Diane said round dating is dating the document in the post office. It is also how stamps can be canceled.
Well, let's be sure the date is correct. I don't care what they call it, but the date needs to be right. And they shouldn't be changing dates, white out, any of that crap. Look, the date is what it is. It doesn't change. It's not a moving target.
Yeah.
Don't let them change it.
All right, so we're going over denied claims. Why your claim gets denied. What do you do? Is there any hope? Is there hope for when you get a denied claim?
Yeah, there's tons of hope. So here's what happens. Let's say your claim gets denied. The Department of Labor sends you a letter in the mail that says, your claim has been denied, and specifically it was denied because, and they'll tell you why it was denied. So you circle that paragraph. It's like a 3-page long letter. It's not that big a deal. You just go sort of speed read it and find the specifically your claim is denied because paragraph. Circle that, take it back to your doctor, and say, hey, doc, look, it says my claim was denied because blank, whatever. The doctor then needs to write a narrative report explaining why that denial was incorrect or why the doctor didn't give good enough detail the first time, which is what normally happens. And then you take that new information the doctor gives you and you submit that. Prior to submitting, your denial letter has a form called an appeal request form. It's got 4 different choices on how to appeal. Ignore everything and only choose reconsideration. Reconsideration. Because reconsideration allows them to use new information from the doctor, which is that new narrative report the doctor is going to write, and it also gives you 12 months from the date of denial to do an appeal. Nothing else in OWCP gives you that kind of window. Okay, 12 months is the largest window that there is. So you choose reconsideration, get a new letter from your doctor, and appeal it with reconsideration. All that goes back in and they reconsider. Now let's say they deny it again. You go again. If they deny it again, go again. Every time get the denial letter and have the doctor address the denial reason. Eventually, we take away all the reasons for denial and they have to say yes.
We know it's a shitty process.
Yeah, it's crap.
But I mean, we're still helping you, and we've had people that have been denied for years and years, and then they come
and we get their claim approved.
Get their claims approved. So there is hope.
And when they get their claim approved, like there was a lady in Indiana, she got a $6,500 check, to get the money and time back that she had spent all that time. And the guy in Miami, I mean, he lost his job. This guy lost everything, okay? But once he got his claim back, he started getting his life back. He got his job back, his money back, his time back. So if you don't give up, it's not over, okay? It's over when you throw your hands up and say, I'm out. I can't do this anymore. Then it's over.
Yeah.
If you don't quit, we won't quit.
Kat Blake said most Charleston, South Carolina doctors have stopped taking OWCP.
Yeah.
The U.S. Department of Labor, we need help here.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to be in North Carolina. I'm going to be in every state, okay? Every state. So just hang on. I know. In the meantime, give us a call. Let us help you now. We can help you right now. And we don't charge for this. We're helping you for nothing.
Thank you for the hearts.
We just want we want to help you. We want to get your claim approved, but we don't want your life to, to suffer.
Yeah, Portal, we don't have any other platform that we're on that we're streaming this live, but hopefully next week I'm actually working on something that Chris and I came upon to go on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Maybe LinkedIn, I'm not sure, but those three are definitely going to be
probably not LinkedIn
on here.
Maybe, I don't know.
I get LinkedIn followers, so yes.
So we want to help you in as many ways as we can, but the best way we can help more of you is for more of you to share it to your friends.
Yeah.
So if you'd all just take a second and share it again, if you've shared it once, that's fine. Share it again. Maybe you'll win the share contest. But get it to as many people as you can. We need to be helping more people, and you need to help me help more people. I get to your people through you.
Right now, let me see all the likes and the hearts for those of you that enjoy us coming on here every week and getting you trained in OWCP. I just want to know that you guys
is this making a difference?
Is this making a difference for you guys? Are we helping enough people? Is there something more we can do? Look at this. Shared numerous times. Tell Texans to wear their mask. Your governor is crazy. LOL.
I don't know about. Look, I don't get involved in that. I'm not Fauci. All I know about is OWCP, and I live in Florida now. So.
Tammy said, "Is there OWCP doctor in Kentucky?" No, but we're talking to someone.
Yeah, and one of the offices that we're looking at is in Cincinnati, which, as you know, borders Kentucky. That might be helpful, but we're definitely working on your state as well.
Definitely made a difference for me. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Oh, look at all the hearts that we're getting. All right. Chris Wake says, when is a good time to call? I'm in Missouri. Many questions about his back.
Anytime, I'd say 8 p.m. to 7 p.m. Somebody's going to be available to help.
Yeah.
We try to be available almost all day.
Renee Marie said, is management allowed to discuss your case on the work floor in front of everyone?
Hell no. In fact, so I wrote a management chapter in both of these books in the hopes that like one manager will read it. And there's one that watches this that for sure has read it. But yeah, I say like, in order to be an OWCP hero, superstar, don't share private health information on the workroom floor. Just don't gossip. I don't know why people do that. It's awful. But you should talk to your union and file a grievance.
Department of Justice, they crack down on things like this. And we heard that from one of our state presidents here. So that's not something to play around with. If you go into like, I remember he was telling us if you go into like FBI.org, you can see it, and there's a chapter there for like OWCP and Department of Justice for HIPAA violations. This is wrong. So read your material, know your rules and laws about this, because that's a no-no.
But start by filing a grievance. This union president here, Al said, there was like cussing going on the floor. And he got somebody really penalized just for using foul language. Yeah. So violating privacy of the healthcare is probably a violation they can fix as well.
Yeah, Renee, they are not allowed to share any talk or papers about what's going on in your injury. No. The only thing that the supervisor gets or your post office gets is your CA-17. That's it. Everything else either should go to you or your doctor or to DOL itself. not to them.
That's right.
You should definitely talk to your union about that person, because that's not good at all.
That happens all the time. That's
Yeah.
why that's why I wrote about it in the book. It didn't get there by accident. This happens all the time.
Anthony Pasquale said, I've never had to use this, but you guys are invaluable. Boston.
Thanks, Anthony.
You're in Boston? Awesome.
Hey, we got offices in Norwood and Quincy, which, as you know, are right outside of Boston. If you need some help, and I hope you don't, I hope you never need this, we can help you there. But let your coworkers know. One issue we have in your area, Anthony, is it seems as if the help that we're trying to provide is not always welcome. So if you can let folks know that the help is there, that would really be useful to your coworkers and friends. Let them know that there's someplace they can go for help.
Listen, when we come on here and we say we're opening up franchises, and you have union folks that we know personally, we've gotten kicked out of places, unfortunately. But you know what? It's not them that's getting injured, it's you.
Who would kick me out of a union hall?
And
who would do that? Anyways,
I would.
I can tell you who did it.
I would.
I'm not going to tell them who did it.
It was me. No, we're not going to say anything.
Nah, because we love
And
you
it's
guys.
not even in Florida or anywhere close.
And even the guy that kicked me out, I could be his best friend tomorrow because
Yeah.
I just want to help you. I don't really care.
But understand, and this is in the CA10, you have a right to choose where you want to go, whether they refer you to the clinic, the walk-in clinics,
You don't
or
have to go.
another doctor. You don't have to go. You can go to our office. You can go to any office. We encourage, if there's an office that takes workers' comp.
Go where you
federal
want to
worker
go,
comp,
even if it's
to
not our
go.
office. Yeah, go there.
So
Your right to choose a doctor is, to
Yeah.
me, one of the biggest, most important choices you have. You should do that. You choose.
yeah, the reason we do this is because you guys asked us. Please come to wherever. And we had every single person blowing us up into cities. So we're slowly working on it. And you have to remember, you guys are complaining, and not in a bad way.
No,
You guys
legitimately
are-
complaining. You have
You
problems.
guys are complaining that the doctors don't want to do this. They don't have time to write narratives. They don't want to listen to your long story and how to link your job injury with their narrative they have to write. This is why it's even hard for us, because we have to contact them, follow up, get them on a webinar, on a presentation, find out if they have the money to do a franchise. It's not easy. So when we say we're coming, it's slowly, but the next couple of offices will be open within 60 days. And I listed that yesterday, both on my Facebook personal page and on the Wednesday night chats. If it's not on there, your state, we don't have one yet, but it's in the works.
Yet. So let me just recap. In the beginning, I talked. Somebody wanted to know about recurrences, CA2A. So we discussed that. What I said is, don't automatically assume it's a recurrence. Go to your doctor. I'm going to sneeze, so I'm going to talk through it.
The Beatles. Because it says that on my shirt.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Don't automatically assume it's a recurrence. Go to your doctor. Let your doctor decide if it's a new injury or a recurrence of the old one. That's the best thing you can do. Your supervisor doesn't have a medical license, any medical background whatsoever, so their opinion that this is a recurrence is irrelevant. Go to your doctor first. Don't fill out recurrence forms until you've talked to your doctor and confirmed that it's a recurrence or it's something new.
Yep.
So we said that. The other thing we said is denials. How can you avoid denials? Well, A, you can go to a doctor who's trained by me, or B, you can write your own employee statement with beautiful details, fill out your own CA1 or CA2 and get copies from your supervisor, take all that to your doctor, and have your doctor use all that information to write their narrative. That narrative is how you get a claim accepted. So write a great, beautiful, detailed employee statement, and you can get a form to help you with that I created on breakingowcp.com on the free downloads tab.
Yep.
Get the employee statement form. It'll help you write your statement in a detailed way that your doctor can use to get a claim approved. It's really important. So now you and your doctor are partners in this deal. Until you find a Federal Injury Center's office that's trained, you're going to have to take charge of the doctor. And that's not normal for us. Like, we go to a doctor's office and there's a little reverence to the doctor. Like, you're the doctor, I'm not. But in this case, you know more about what happened to you than the doctor did.
Yeah.
So you got to teach them. And then the last thing I said is, if you get a denial, and it happens, okay, 6 out of 7 people have a denied claim or one that wasn't attempted. Unless you're with us, and then all of ours get approved. But if you're in the denied category, you get a denial, you take your appeal request form and you use reconsideration. You take the denial letter to your doctor. The doctor addresses the specific reason for the denial in a new narrative report, and that goes in as new information for your reconsideration. And you can do an unlimited amount of reconsiderations. As long as you don't miss the 12-month window to appeal a reconsideration, you're going to be fine. Just don't give up.
Yeah, don't. Kelly Barton said, working with Jennifer Becerra years ago, she taught me compassion. She does.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's a great boss to her team, and Jennifer's awesome.
Yeah.
Portal Maria said, it is awful. Union did nothing. So if your union can't do anything, and we've heard this from other local union presidents and state presidents, go to your next higher up. Go to your district rep. If you're with the NALC, contact your NBA. Contact your national people. Because there's people in the national that really care about what's going on with you. And if they don't know, they can't help you.
So we know stewards that will tell us if a steward doesn't help, contact a local president. Mm-hmm. We know local presidents that tell us if a local doesn't help, contact a national president or a state president. In other words, just go up the chain of command.
Going up, yeah.
Because sometimes they're not helping. It's not because they don't want to. It's that they don't really know how to. And we know that because we do training at unions all the time, steward training.
Yeah.
And look, I understand this is a handful, okay? OWCP is tough. It's complicated. And you don't know about it, and they don't know about it. So cut them a little bit of slack. But if you're not getting the help you need, don't just sit there. Do something. And what they say is go up the chain of command.
Jody Goodwin said, if my supervisor wrote a letter to DOL telling them I was faking my injury, is there anything I could do?
Yeah. Ignore it. So what you do is you go to your doctor.
Oh my gosh.
You have your doctor read your CA1, your CA2, whatever. You have your doctor read your own employee statement. Write one. Even if you hadn't written one already, go ahead and do it. Get that form I told you about at breakingowcp.com. So this is the good news for you. That the medical evidence, the doctor's report, outweighs everybody else combined. So a supervisor's false statement will not outweigh a medical doctor's scientific statement. And the supervisor has the added weight of any knowingly false statement can cause them to be fined, imprisoned, or both. So they can get in a lot of trouble if it's false. So first of all, for you, you got to know that you're right and you're not making a false statement. And I'm sure you're not. But if they do, they can get in a lot of trouble. Either way, okay, forget them getting in trouble. Your doctor's report will outweigh everything else. So make sure it's good. And then they'll ignore the supervisor. They don't care. They don't have a medical license, a medical background. They don't know how you got hurt or if you're hurt at all.
Yeah. You guys see what Jerry said down below? She said USPS already paying a class action for 2016 through 2011 HIPAA violation, etc. with the injured employee. I'm telling you guys, and those of you that are asking, if your supervisors are doing something they shouldn't, reach out to other people on this page, because there's a lot of them. There's Jerry, there's Mary, there's so many of them that have so many information and that know a lot if you're lost.
I don't want to overwhelm Jerry, but she knows everything. I think she does, and if she doesn't, don't tell me.
So does Mary Golden.
Yeah, for sure. So just, you have resources here, and that's a benefit of being here, is that we're all sort of one big community helping each other.
Yeah.
So, by the way, this is where you share so that your friends can come here and get the help too.
And we're not calling out those two just because there's a lot of you that are actually watching us and helping your friends, and this is all we want you to do.
And we love that.
They've been on with us since day one probably and have been watching, and we've helped them.
And Ron.
Ron shares. I mean, there's so many of you, but these are the names that stick out. Like, I do my makeup tutorial on a different Facebook page, and Jerry still shares it because she wants to win my prize on my page.
I do my makeup tutorial on a private page so nobody can see it.
Okay. Such a dork. Joe says, I'm going to my doctor in a couple weeks. What exactly can I tell him that you guys do for doctors to help us? If this question makes sense. So Joe, if you can just message me on the Wednesday night chats, we'll go ahead and send you something small what you could say.
Yeah, we have a handout you can give the doctor.
Yeah,
Make
I can
it easier
email it to you.
Yeah.
Anthony Pasquale said, right on, thank you. I share this all the time. We'll let you know. Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Anthony.
Renee Marie said, I'm so thankful people in the voice of RCA groups recommended you. I felt so lost and hopeless. And see, this right here, what we do, and for people like you, Renee, this is why we do this, because of people like you that are completely lost and scared.
She said lost and hopeless, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I said this. You are not alone. This is, Renee, you're not the first person to ever say that you feel lost, you feel lonely, hopeless, on an island by yourself. And it's just, I've heard this story in different forms so many times that after I wrote the first book, I was sitting here, I was talking with her, and it's like, there's so much more for me to say and to teach. I got to write another one. But the theme of my book has got to be something a little bit more passionate. And it's the way I feel. I feel like you're alone. I don't want you to feel that way. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
But in this book, you're going to see that it's your job not to let somebody else be alone. You felt that way. You feel that way. Don't let someone else. So share this page, because those of you that said, I'm just so glad I finally found you, and all those other ones in the past that said, gosh, I wish I would have known you 5 years ago. Don't let somebody else wait 5 more years to find out.
Yeah.
Okay? We're here every week to teach so that you don't have these problems anymore. So just please share. I want you to all follow this page. If you hear this right now, hit follow. And if you hear it right now, hit share, please.
Miss Rowland said, the best thing that ever happened to me was when I got your number from someone, as my second claim was going sideways before being rescued by your staff.
I don't know what to say.
That's awesome. We
Thank
have
you.
a great staff.
We really do.
I mean, from the doctors down to the girls that do the appointments and the receptionists, we have an amazing, amazing staff.
So the reason that is, and this is where your supervisors all go wrong. My belief is, first of all, lead with love. Love everybody. I love you guys. I love my staff. But I bring on people who I think have the capacity to be smarter than me. And because I'm one guy, I can help as a lot of you, right? But now with this team of people I have, I feel like I can help all of you.
Yeah, we're trying.
At the same high expert level. So,
yeah,
that's because we love you. But I bring on really good people, and I train the hell out of them. And, and they all love you too.
Yeah.
And so you all have good experiences, because it's like my staff is sort of a mirror image of me. We all just love you.
Yeah,
and we all know the same stuff.
Our Boston office is awesome.
Yeah.
She said, lots of love from Boston. Your time and effort is much appreciated by me, and
Thank you.
I'm sure by others.
We appreciate you.
Jeff Sexton said, had carpal tunnel surgery, both hands. Last day of work was 10/30/2020. No patients. Went to the doctor yesterday. I fail. Oh, it says I fell. I failed to tell about my neck, which has 2 vertebrae pressing against my spinal cord. MRI was in October. Can I still file this? Why is work comp taking so long? Sent me for a second opinion and was told today that shouldn't have sent me unless the claim was approved.
So you had 3 years from the injury to report it. So your neck is not too late. Go ahead and report that. Whether it happened in a single shift or multiple shifts depends on, if you're going to fill out a CA1 or CA2. But it's probably not too late. So go ahead and do that. But as far as your carpal tunnel, it's not approved yet. So you got to keep calling your claims examiner and say, what the heck's going on? Call every day if that's what it takes until you get a decision. They're supposed to mail decisions out to your home address. If you haven't received that yet, you got to be asking what the heck is going on.
Yeah, that's not right. Make sure they have your home address.
Yeah, we had somebody who...
As a supervisor, put the post office address, and she was collecting all the mail. Sharon said, it's so hard dealing with these doctors, especially if they don't know how to write the 6th edition. Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you said...
That's right.
Jeremy said, the vice president of the union called me today and asked me if I knew what my surgery consisted of and if I was coming back to work.
That's okay. I mean, your vice president of your union probably has your best interest at heart, so, do your best to communicate that stuff.
Yeah, and if you have an issue, guys, with stuff like that, contact attorney Eric Blowers. He can answer those questions more and knows the legal way to go about them. Let's see. Oh, Marianne said there is hope here.
Oh, thanks so much.
Thomas Lyman, I shared so much I was asked to stop, but I still share and hope no one needs your help.
Everybody,
I remember you told me that.
Everybody be like Thomas. Share so much that they ask you to stop, and then share some more.
Ron Jackson said, because y'all are great and give great information.
Thanks, Ron. We love you.
Cindy said, I wish I had known about you both sooner. It's not late.
See?
And this is why, Cindy, people like you and Renee and all the new people on here, this is why we tell you guys to share. I mean, yeah, we're giving away gift cards and fun little prizes and stuff for shares.
That's just for fun.
It's just for fun for you guys, because you know what? In that sense, there's a coworker that says, oh, thank God that, Jerry, and I'm picking on Jerry shared your post, because I would have never known. Because some people go right past their union page, because I'm on a lot of the Facebook union pages, and I scroll through them, but I see every single one you guys tag my name in, and I reach out and make sure that you guys are helped immediately, okay?
Yeah.
Tiffany Moore said, how do I get FMLA?
Well, you go to Google and download FMLA paperwork. They have documentation. You just download that, take it to the doctor, have them fill it out.
Renee Marie said, legitimately found out I was denied from management. Had to call DOL, and they're going to resend the letter they sent in November.
Yeah, you need to get that right away because you have 12 months from the date of denial to appeal with a reconsideration. So you're still well within your 12-month window, but good for you. Be proactive. Don't let more time pass. They need to get that denial letter to you right away.
Yeah. So tonight we went over CA2As. If you didn't know, you can catch that at the beginning in the replay. And we went over why your claims get denied and how you can get them fixed. Okay? So those are two important topics. That's like the number one thing when your claim gets denied. Well, number one is how do you file a claim and which claim you should file. And then the next thing is, what do you do when we get denied? What do we do with our doctors? So if there's any of you, anyone out there that has a doctor that you want us to talk to, message me on our Facebook page and we will go ahead, get me the phone number and the name of the doctor, and we have a whole sales team that calls doctors and try to get them on webinars with this cuckoo here, and hopefully gets you a franchise close to where you're at.
So, and with that in mind, I want to talk a little bit about new office locations. This is important because everyone says, what's in it for me? And when I'm thinking, what's in it for you? And I know that your biggest problem is you don't have enough doctors. And as a result, you're getting denied claims. I know that's true because 1 out of 7 injured people has an accepted claim. 6 out of 7 don't. If I can get more federal injury centers trained doctors in your area, I'm going to reduce denied claims hopefully down to 0. And that's my big goal, is to have a doctor within range of every federal employee nationwide and to stop denied claims. So it's a huge goal, okay? And but I'm working my ass off on it, and we're making progress finally. So what I want to do is use this map. The pins may be hard to see. We have pins in it. But I'm going to talk to you about where our current franchise locations are. These are current locations that are up and running, and these are locations that have just signed on, and they're now in the credentialing and training process. But all of these in the next 2 months are going to be fully online, ready to go.
Yep.
Okay, and it takes time to train them. I wrote a newsletter today to all the doctors saying this is how you can accelerate your training. So if they follow my instructions, they'll be able to see you far sooner, maybe 30 days.
Did you answer the FMLA question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's where we are right now, okay? We have offices in McKinney, Texas.
I'm going to just, so they could see. There we go.
All right, McKinney, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. Dallas is in, that's okay, you can set it down. It was better where it was. Okay, Dallas is in Oak Cliff, Texas. That's South Dallas. But he's in a beautiful Bank of America building on the 12th floor. And right when you get off the elevator, you see his office. He's got this wide open space with great equipment. Anyway, so that's where that's at. In McKinney, Texas, their office is a first-class location. I mean, when you walk in, it's like, you walk into some offices and it's just junk. Not in McKinney, Texas, okay? They've got a first-class, beautiful location. Dr. Clark there and their nurse practitioner, their MD, are like really, really good people. You're going to love Dr. Clark. She's a fun person to hang out with. We're about to bring on this week Dr. An in Houston. This is a big one because I actually trained her about 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And so she's fully up and running. As soon as she signs up this week, which today she says she's going to, then you're going to have this Federal Injury Center's office in the Houston area just ready. No training required because we did that already. We've got a doctor that's already on in Walker, Louisiana. That's right outside of Baton Rouge. And this doctor was so on it that he was credentialed faster than I could say, hey, hello, doctor. He just handled it himself. So he's already credentialed. He's in the training phase. He's going to be up and running fast. Many of you already know Dr. Harper in Bessemer, Alabama. But what you don't know is Dr. Harper just signed a lease in Montgomery. Okay, he's going to be open in Montgomery on April 15th. So we actually can put the pin that we took out of the map earlier right there in Montgomery, because he's going to be there in less than 60 days, and he's fully trained already. He's already got staff, space, and equipment. Okay, so that's happening. You're going to get help in Montgomery and in Birmingham. We brought in Dr. Henry in Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is special to me because that's where I met her. And so bringing on an office in Fort Lauderdale was a big deal to me because now I get to go back there to the restaurant where we first met.
I'm looking for one right here in
we'll
Utah.
Get there.
We're not there yet.
We'll get there. So Fort Lauderdale, very excited. Dr. Henry's a fun guy.
He is.
We met him at a Florida chiropractic convention. This guy is like larger than life.
He is.
Everyone loves him. Same for Dr. Harper, by the way. Actually, all of these. Memphis, Tennessee. That's not Memphis. That is. Anyways, Memphis is here. Anyways, here's the issue with Memphis. We're fully trained, fully ready to go, and the people there aren't responding. And it's hard for us because we're here, and we know we can help you, but there's some situation there that I don't want to call out. It's less than clean, and people are going there. If they come here, it'd be fully clean, and so far, we're running at a 100% claims acceptance rate. I don't know how you beat that. 100% is the highest number I can think of in percentages. Greenville, South Carolina, Dr. Mills. Dr. Mills and I had a really good conversation because we both have one thing in common. We like guns. This is not a political show. Don't even get political with me, okay? I don't want to shoot people. I just like to shoot at targets. But we have that in common. So Dr. Mills is a fun guy, and that guy is on fire. We got somebody in Charlotte, Dr. Cox, that's onboarded, and now he's starting the training. We've got a group in Maryland that has a physical therapist, a doctor, and they're going to be up and running. They're very close to the Virginia border and to D.C. And then we've got 2 offices in Quincy and Norwood, Massachusetts. We just opened up in Chicago. We're really excited about our Chicago location, Dr. Archuleo. He's been there for a while. He's a really great business mind, but he's a compassionate doctor. And he's fully set with staff, space, and equipment. And we're in the credentialing and training phase with him, too. He's going to be phenomenal. You're going to love him. And then up here, we've got 10 offices. Yeah, it's hard to see. I'm sorry. 10 offices between Portland and Seattle. Tacoma, Washington, Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, and some of the surrounding areas. That's one owner of 10 offices. We're able to bring them all on at one time. And so right now what's happening is we're in the credentialing and training phase of these locations. I'm speaking with a doctor here in Arizona that I've already trained in Tucson. He wants to open up in Phoenix, he wants to open up in Salt Lake City, and he wants to open up in Provo. So I know I didn't get those right, Salt Lake City and Provo. So we plan on having stuff going on here as well. My goal is to have pins throughout all the states, okay? We're working on St. Louis. We're working on Kansas City. We're working on Springfield, Illinois. We're working on Indianapolis and some of the surrounding areas. I'd love to have something up here because I'm a Notre Dame fan. So working on it. We're working on Madison, Wisconsin. So we've got a lot going on in the way of helping you find doctors. But in the end, once we get these doctors onboarded, credentialed, and trained, you're going to stop having denied claims. And those of you that already have denied claims, you'll be able to come to us and we'll be able to fix them, okay? We're not going to continue to tolerate denied claims. And this has been a long time in the making, but we're finally at a place where we're expanding, we're training, we're bringing doctors on that are compassionate. I'm sorry to say I've turned some away because I turn away doctors that care more about money than you. Yeah. They can't be part of our team. Right now, I'm proud to have the doctors that we've got. These ones that are training right now are going to be just beautiful for you. You're going to be so happy, and most of all, your claims are going to be approved, and we're going to stop having this financial destruction that comes along with a work injury. So I'm really excited about it, but I want you to know that this is just part of what we're doing to help you. We do these Wednesday night chats every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I've got these books at breakingowcp.com, and I've got these 12 states and all these offices, 24 right now, and counting. And the idea is to stop your denied claims, to fix all your problems in the areas where we have doctors. And if there's something else you think I can do to help, I'll do it. We do Zoom trainings. We welcome your union presidents and vice presidents to invite us onto union meetings through Zoom. We've done a couple of those recently. We're looking forward to the next few that we've been asked to.
Yeah, give me dates and times. You guys are saying you want to get a Zoom. This is all you have to do. Gather your people. We will do the Zoom. You just tell me the date and time, even if it's on the weekend or late in the night, because you know, even if with the time zones.
Yeah, we've done that late at night.
We will get
we don't
on,
care.
so don't worry. And let me read this because this really touched me, by Ron Speakman. You guys are definitely a lifesaver. I've learned so much in the past 2 months. I took all that and it helped me fight back. I want to help everyone I know with their case so they don't go through what I did, and I still am. Hope you two get back what you deserve. You guys deserve it. Your whole team does. That's
Ron,
so sweet.
The only thing we want in return is the knowledge that your claims got accepted. Okay, that, to me, that's everything. If you would have seen some of the stuff I wrote to our doctors in the last few days, what I told them is that's the whole ballgame. Getting your claim accepted is everything, because we can solve all your problems, and we can, in some cases, literally save lives by something as simple to me as getting a claim accepted. So, you know, we're all in with you. And Ron, thank you so much for the nice comments. And thank you, all of you who have given supportive, nice, loving comments to us. That means the world to me. You know, our whole team, we've dedicated our lives to you. And this is all we do.
Yeah.
This is all I do from when I wake up to when I go to bed, is what can I do to help one more of you? So thanks for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And that gives me some energy to keep pushing.
Even our staff, you'll see them messaging you guys on your messenger or your text between Emmy, Kami, and Jennifer. They're like going 24 hours. Try not to expect a text from any one of us after 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, you know, we have
Eastern
kids.
on
And
each 9 p.m. in each time zone.
yeah, so
Let them have their time.
we have kids. We have puppies. That one over there is sleeping right now, thank God, because otherwise she eats everything she sees.
Yeah.
You know, but we have some stuff to do too. But we spend all of our waking hours with you, and if you get in touch with us during those hours, we're going to help you.
No, Kat, Dr. Mills is not open yet. In 60 days, we will let everybody know.
Probably less. He's fired up.
Oh, is he?
I think we can start seeing patients within 30 days. In fact, I think we can do that in all these offices. But for the next 30 days, they're going to need a lot of hand-holding, but that's what we're here for. So we're going to hold a lot of hands, but I refuse to just let you go. 3 of these offices, before they ever got started, had somebody that needed help. And what I said is, that's fine, we're going to help. And so Jennifer and her team have been on sort of holding hands and helping these 3 people right now through their injury process, even though the doctors aren't trained, because guess what? We are. And so that's the value of being part of our franchise, is that we're here to help even when the doctor's not ready.
Yeah, Ron, you said whatever I can do to help in Pennsylvania, please let me know. I'll do what I can to get done doctors on board. If you know any doctors that would possibly, or chiros, MDs or chiros or
That's
DOs that would like to become part of the franchise, give them my number, message me, and I'll give you a number to call me directly.
And the reason that's important that they join our franchise is very simple for you. Once they sign our franchise agreement, they're required to follow our rules, which means they get trained, so they get claims accepted, but they never take money from you, ever. Our doctors never take a penny. Even if we fail, we don't take money. And we never fail. So,
Paulette said, hurry and get something in California. There's no doctors within 100 miles.
There's no doctors within the entire borders of your state.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Madeline, good night. Thank you. Kevin. You said we need a doctor in South Bend, Indiana.
That's right.
Roll Tide, roll.
In South Bend, you said Roll Tide?
That's what he said.
Okay. I'd say go Irish.
We know you need doctors in Connecticut. We know you need doctors in every state.
Yeah.
So, tonight, I want to announce the share winner.
And I'm dying to know who it is. I have no idea who won the shares and the share contest for February.
So,
Now, in January, we had a 3-way tie. It was Jerry, Ron, and Mary. And we were glad to give the reward to all 3. But this month, we only had 1. And who was it?
Hold on. I have to go through because...
Oh, so talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. We have 7,114 following. 10,000 by the end of the summer.
So she keeps saying 10,000. Honestly, there should be 1 million people following this. This is the most valuable thing. If you get hurt, your career can be ended if you're not able to get better and back to work. So we're trying to avoid that. I want you all to make it to retirement. If you can't make it through your next shift, how are you going to make it to retirement? So what we're doing is making it possible for you to do that. So please follow this and get all of your friends to follow.
Okay. Drum roll, please. February's Wednesday night OWCP chat share winner is the beautiful Miss Barbara Gross Muir.
Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara, thank you so much. You've shared every single piece of whatever I posted or Chris posted.
Barbara, we hope that you know exactly your favorite restaurant because we can't wait to get you a gift card to your favorite restaurant.
So Barbara, and if anybody sees Barbara on here or can find her, let her know that she is a share winner. I will post that on the chats.
But let us know what restaurant you like. We'll get the gift card and we'll mail it out to you.
Yeah, Barbara, what I need you to do is go ahead and private message me either on the chats or my personal page, and I think you do have my personal page, and message me your address and let me know what type of food you like or restaurant, and we'll get that out. Yep, everybody, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Right.
Barbara is our 4th share winner in 2 months. So, we love this. What you're doing is you're helping your coworkers get the information, and we're just making it fun for you to do so. So thank you for sharing. Continue to share. In March, I expect a record number of shares because you see that we actually pay up.
Yeah.
And because you know the value of what we're, the information we're sharing. So please share this with your coworkers, your friends, and your friends who are your coworkers. And hopefully there's a lot of them. Otherwise, work is going to be really boring. I hope you have lots of friends at work. Share it with them.
Yeah, we're going to try and talk to each other about, I had an idea, but the idea didn't go so well, what I told you last time. So we had to think of another. We could give away gift cards all if that's what you guys want. We'll give away cards all day. So if that's what you guys like, or if there's a particular thing, or just $100 bill, we could do that too.
I can send a $100 bill. That sounds fun.
I know you guys want to see our dogs. We're gonna show them to you real quick.
Oh, brother, here we go.
Can you bring Gizmo? Yeah. So we have Ellie Belly.
This is Ellie. So the bone is bigger than her face, and she doesn't know it yet. Oh, yeah. We'll get that in a minute.
And so we have our Ellie Belly, our German Shepherd.
Her name is not Ellie Belly. Her name is Ellie. She is a German Shepherd. She looks like a chocolate lab.
But she's not, with blue eyes.
But
Ellie, look, what is that?
So they call German Shepherds as puppies. They call them land sharks, and that's because they are. She is brutal. She's got razor sharp teeth, and she loves Daddy's forearm.
These two, and Ron, you asked if Gizmo's getting along with her yet? No.
And last week there were people saying, take her out of the cage. This girl has never been in a cage in her life.
Yeah, neither is Giz-a-Whiz.
But she's never satisfied. She's the most vocal crybaby dog of all time.
You guys hear that? That's what she does all
She just whines.
time.
Watch this. Go away.
Go. Okay, so those are our dogs.
They were good enough to sleep through our hour-long video, so that was nice of them. Narayan was on standby to help them.
Yeah.
But they slept through it. I'm sure she'll pee on the floor soon, so don't worry. She'll get that out. Narayan's going to take her outside now because every time she wakes up, she's got to go pee. She hasn't figured out she can hold it. She sleeps for 9 hours every night, but during the day, she can't take 30 minutes off.
I know you guys have a liking for Gizmo because he's been around you guys for like the last 5 years.
Well, he's the only 5 good doggy in existence that's ever lived on this earth. He's a 5 good doggy. She's not there yet.
So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, we talked about CA2As.
Yep.
And we talked about how to fix your denied claim
and how to avoid them.
And why your claims get denied to begin with.
Yeah.
And congratulations again to Barbara for winning.
And thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, for winning February's share winner. I'm telling you, all of you that were in the spot that you're in now saying, I wish I would have known you guys earlier. I wish... you guys are great and everything. We really thank you for the compliments, but for us, the thank you is share it. Share it, because eventually when we get to all... What'd you do?
Nothing. Go on. Almost hit the wrong button.
Eventually when we get to all 50 states, they're all going to need to know because sometimes everybody gets injured.
And I want to tell you something. So as you can see, I don't have my phone in my hand because we're using it for the video. But if I could, and I can right now, I'm going to tell you, this is my love for you. All those hearts. That's how I feel about you. So I'm giving it right back. Thank you all for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much. So next week, we will talk about something else. But yeah, get your friends here, share on your union pages, your Facebook pages, your personal page, because again, I say this every week as we end, everybody nationwide knows one federal person, whether they're nurses in the VAs, whether they're in Social Security, whether it's your mailman, whether it's an FBI agent, whether they work on the base, the civilians, somebody knows someone, and things happen. Carpal tunnel, your finger gets messed up, you get smashed, everything can get accepted.
So I'd actually like, one of these weeks, I'd like to have one of these where I learned that you can incorporate Zoom into a Facebook Live. I'm not sure how to do it yet, but I'd love to be able to and have a bunch of people on and just talk. I'd like to get to know you, have you get to know us more than just that we have puppies and stuff.
and 5 boys.
I'd love just to sit around and just talk.
Yeah.
And, get to really know you. I think that's, to me, it's really important to know who you are.
Yeah,
you all kind of know who we are, but we don't know you. We'd like to know more of you.
We're going to plan a week that we do a get to know Chris and Gini, as well as we get to know you guys too.
Maybe do like a Zoom call every night. I think that'd be fun. It would be. It'd be a blast for me.
He's trying to steal my ideas. That's why I looked at him.
Yeah, she had a good idea. I'd take all her good ideas and make them mine.
Anyway, again, thank you for watching tonight's Wednesday night OWCP Chats with myself and Chris. We hope you guys continue watching every week.
And share it with your friends.
Share. Don't forget to follow. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers.
Right,
and
1
then
million.
the next 15 and then 20.
1 million.
So, yeah, I'd love to get the million. We will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah. Hey, and if those older women like my makeup look, I do makeup tutorials for women over 40, because I am 45, and women want to feel beautiful.
All you younger folks can get on too, and all you dudes that want to learn how to do makeup, you're welcome as well.
So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys next Wednesday.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.